there are 7 scientists is to destroy him. And each one have, to operate a certain force of nature against him. And the Savior told me, say, he is not enough for one of them. They like a mouse sitting among 7 hungry cats. He said, the mouse is not enough to fill one cat's belly. So, brother, when, except for an instant now, if you had the power out there right now over the sun, it's going down, you could increase the rays of that sun so that it burn us up.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
How could you do that? Just say, yes. Will it
Yes, sir.
cause a storm in the sun? That's what happened. A storm, they call it a storm in the sun.
Yes.
And make her throw out her heat, way out into space, brother, 100,000 miles from her own sphere.
Yes.
Cause a storm. And the waves start doing just like on the ocean, just like this.
Yes,
and they start jumping out into space, just like that. And they come out here near us, burn you up. Burn you up.
A massive solar flare erupted from the sun. It is being said that it was one of the longest ever events on the solar surface as it gets significantly active in its new cycle. As per reports, the growing sunspot AR3032 exploded, producing M3 class flares that lasted nearly 8 hours. 2 spacecraft watched the event unfold from the space. The massive flare, hurled towards the inner planets including the Earth, ionized the top of the atmosphere with the extreme ultraviolet radiation released from the sun. As per reports, the event caused a shortwave radio blackout over Japan and Southeast Asia. According to the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory or SOHO, the explosion launched a coronal mass ejection or CME into space. The solar flare unleashed superheated plasma from the sun, powering them at speeds ranging in millions of kilometers per hour. While the SOHO picked up the event, the Solar Dynamics Observatory or SDO, which is focused on the sun since 2010, also saw magnificent development. The US-based National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration or NOAA has issued a warning stating that the CME will pass near Earth later this week, possibly delivering a projecting blow to Earth's magnetosphere. The CME could trigger minor G1 class geomagnetic storms. The Center of Excellence in Space Sciences, India, under the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, notified that a coronal mass ejection was detected. Its tweet read, "RDBEM FIT indicates a glancing impact on 15th June with speeds ranging between 645 to 922 km per second. Flare-induced ionospheric perturbation and geomagnetic disturbances are likely to occur over the next few days."
Ed, why did Earth's atmosphere change from methane, ammonia, and water vapor to what it is now?
Because of explosions on the surface of the sun, like that thing you're talking about. They're sending solar flares here that are altering our atmosphere all the time. This is the planet Earth doing right now. What they don't teach you about is what's referred to, they do, but you gotta check it. It's called a whirling vortex, right? It is there, and it's at 32 degrees. According to planet, according to sun, anything is only the same thing. You follow? What we have is things coming into Earth's atmosphere constantly hitting the planet. Hundreds of meteorites to the planet within a week. They don't tell you about. Some of them are bringing in alien chemicals that are altering our atmosphere.